The camera not frozen. I'm gonna give y'all a minute.
Come on in the room. Yeah, come on, man. We gotta do some undressing. How you feeling, man? How you feeling, man? How you feeling, though? I feel real good. I feel real good. I feel like it. Mhm. Yeah. Hey, man.
110 in the room, man. Y'all go ahead and hit the like button.
Let's get all the precursors out the way now. Go and get the likes. Join 1400 Club. If you don't want to join, become a friend of the 1400 Club. Shop Read Enterprises. Get the likes up there. Comment, like, subscribe. Come on in my room. Taste better. Taste better.
Like victory in the cup. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not going to sleep tonight, by the way.
All right, man. The volume not low. We just ain't talking. I ain't even got started yet.
We just waiting on everybody to get in here.
Nah, I ain't waiting on that. I'm just giving y'all a look so y'all can give you something you can screenshot to go take back. I damn near lost my voice already, bro. What up, B Fresh? What up, baby?
What's happening, B?
What's good, man? Y'all come on in, bro. We're giving our eulogies all season, man. Time for the benediction. I'm gonna let Zoe have his moment, man. Cause Zoe, we don't call him Zoe DeLorean for nothing. I was trying to be generous, bro. I said 31-17. Zoe was like 44-14. And yeah. So look, man, we wanted to we sat back and listened. You know what I mean? We let everybody get to their computers and talk about it first, man. But we tried to call it. We tried to tell y'all what we say on the show, man. When Kobe asked us what we expect the offense to look like, what we say, B.O.B. right? Bombs over Baghdad. Listen. I'm gonna get them. I'm telling you, bro. We gotta get them T-shirts. That fuck your narratives. We gotta get that. We gotta get them shirts.
PA's valid. PA's valid.
PA's valid. Negative PA's that is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So look, man. All the narratives. Come on with them. Come on with them. See, now today, I told y'all. Hold on. Let me tell y'all something. You motherfuckers got 5 days to get your Tennessee State shirt. Make sure you get them in the right size, the right color.
Well, hold on. We got 5 days effective in an hour.
Hey, you got 5 days.
You got 5 days.
You got 5 days, man. You know, I was hooping and hollering, man, making noise, so my voice a little raspy. Like it that way, you know what I'm saying?
And we're gonna put this game. We're gonna put this game in context.
Yeah, we're gonna break the football game down first, but man, we gonna chop it up first, man. We ain't we tried to tell y'all, man. We've been saying this for the longest. What we say? You won't see what you saw. Everybody that want to keep running that 2021 South Carolina State line, and look, we know what happened. You don't have to tell nobody from Jackson State what happened at the end of 2021. What happened in the Celebration Bowl? Yesterday, before we even seen Jackson State play, what we say? SWAC, MEAC tougher than the SWAC. We heard, oh man, because y'all was some of the most moral victory celebrating ass folks I ever seen in my life, man.
Hey man.
More victories are L's.
If you
don't win the game, you took an L, bro. Because yesterday now, Zoe, they said Tennessee State looked decent. They looked pretty good. So before we even got a chance to play here, they already done said, man, Tennessee State gonna blow us out.
He did.
We saw Tennessee State folks playing talking about that. We gonna get the FAMU. I'm just saying, you know, we heard Jeremy Moose gonna throw all over them balls.
Yeah.
I guess the Moose must still be in North Carolina, but they left the Moose in Chapel Hill because we all celebrated a decent performance in an L, in a loss. You feel what I'm saying? And unfortunately, that don't count, man. What did Coach Prime tell y'all he wanted to do? Wait, what did he say he's gonna do this season?
When we get to that, we got deep today. Tennessee State did that over. We're gonna spell domination out. We're gonna spell it.
We'll let you rock out, man.
But the only thing more that happened today, we had no more L's and no more W's. The only more thing that happened today was, fam, you got a more ass. That's what happened today. But let's go back. Cause we gotta bring up everything. So, okay, again, I'll be the first to tell you, but hold on, but I digress. Before I even get to that, let me give it this fight. It's for me and Ken. Look, man, this is a JSU page, man. You know, and we know everything we do is JSU centric. Now, granted, this is a different outlet from when we, you know, with Tiger Talk, because again, we have to be a little more buttoned up because we are an official affiliate group. We're attached to the university, so we can't be the way we are now in this particular space. Hence, that's why we are doing what we're doing now. But let me say this. I know when we talk, you might think, oh, there's some biased JSU fans. Nah, bro, I'm not biased. I call it how I see it. That's why I came up with the term that I'll say, and we all use it. I can be objective, and I'm going to say, let me take my blue and white glasses off. Because I know when I got my blue and white glasses on, I'm being biased. I'm telling you that I'm going to be biased. I'm telling you that I'm going to use my JSU fandom with it. But I can be objective. That's what I say. Hey, let me take my blue and white glasses off because I'm giving you my real, raw, honest opinion about something. All right? So every time that I talked last week, I gave you straight up no fandom. We're privy to a lot of information that we can't and we don't divulge when we're in this space. We share some of what we see, but we can't just lay everything out there.
Right.
But we use context and we use words. And I'm telling you over again, like, man, look, I can't really say everything, but I'm telling you, you ain't gonna see what you saw. This team is way better than last year. All the teams in the SWAC, they have gotten better. No one can deny that. But what they've got to is what we were in the spring. We've surpassed that. We're on another plateau.
Hey, I want to make sure. Let me throw this in there. Be fresh, man. For y'all that don't know, Be Fresh. Be Fresh is one of the founders of 1400 Club. We appreciate you, bro. And it means a lot, bro. When you guys when you let us know, look, we got your back. Y'all, you know, we ride with y'all. And this thing a machine. I was texting Greg earlier, just telling him, bro, like 1400 Club coming, man. It ain't no joke, man. Y'all don't see what we see. And I don't mean that to be cocky. We don't mean that in a look, man. I told y'all black excellence was gonna be on display today. I told y'all that. So y'all thought that I listen, man. It was anyway, let me get back to this real quick. I know B is partners with Reed Enterprise. Keep the merch coming in hot and heavy. You know what I'm saying? The dope hats, the shirts you see, the shorts.
Got so much love on the shirt.
It's so much that they do. We got brothers that's thorough with the technology, with social media. I mean, you got D Core C who just shout out to Core C, and we're gonna do our Tiger Talk recap tomorrow night. So I'm not gonna give all my talking points away as far as like the game per se, but I'm gonna give what I saw in context, and then we're gonna go back and watch the game, and then we're gonna come back and add a little bit more meat to it tomorrow. For sure. I wanted to make sure I put that up there, B, because it means a lot to us, bro. We really just doing what we always do, and now it's just becoming more visible. So, you know, it's wrong for everybody, bro. But at the same time, man, we're not gonna apologize for the momentum we got. People want us to be humble. We are already humble. Two things can be true at the same time, right, Zo? Yeah, I can be humble, excited, and talk shit because we kicked your ass We can do all that at the same time. Pardon my language, but I'm just telling y'all, man. People want you. No, what they really saying is that they don't want you to be excited, and they don't want you to come and give y'all. They don't want y'all don't want man. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. See, what they really saying is not what they say, bro. It's what they say behind what they say. What they trying to say behind what they say.
Oh, facts.
That's code language for we don't want y'all. We don't want y'all to turn up on us because all y'all do is talk smack. I ain't even in the groups no more, and I'm telling you right now, a lot of them groups I got out of because I just got sick.
I ain't going. Well,
I know he can handle it, and like I said, it's all good. But I'm just telling y'all, man. So now, what Coach Prime say? It ain't no fun when the rapper got the good. See, we stood in the gaps even when we sucked. But now it's on and popping. It's on, man, and ain't nothing gonna stop it. Y'all might as well see. You can hope that Coach Prime leave as soon as he can. You can hope somebody get injured. You can hope. We ride in the car trying to look for some food, and I'm listening. I'm listening to the people already chirping and how they forming their narratives. Is like, well, football could be a funny thing. This week you can be up, and next week and then they use FAMU as an example. FAMU didn't win last week, bro. Damn, you got a 56 ball put up on last week. And what'd you say, bro? Hey, man, I gotta give you. Hey, I'm gonna give my brother his flowers. Zoe said it sounds crazy. It sounds crazy to y'all to say that Jackson State got a better defense than North Carolina. That's crazy talk because we ain't supposed to say that because we supposed to feel inferior to the PWIs. And because we got a man that's over there at 1400 J.R. Lynch that's building a juggernaut, and we supposed to be quiet about it because it ain't status quo. And the hell with that. Because if it was you, you'd be sad, you'd be happy about it too. And here's the other thing. See, we just got to YouTube. We've been doing this, but we just got to this page.
But to even answer it though, when Fam had that game, and again, I'm on record and I stood by it. I said for what we saw, no one could deny that Musa looked good, and he did. No one could deny that, right?
Yeah, last week he did.
But here's the thing: he looked good last week. But I also knew when I said that his best test is yet to come.
You also know football.
Because I also said then, I was like, hey, we'll put him to the test.
But you know football, bro. And this is what I mean when I say we know football. The football purists and those that know football know what they saw when we watched that game. We watched the game with a UNC that I now think was playing it safe. I don't think they was being generous to FAMU. I think they played a soft cover too because of their personnel. Because you look at that game yesterday with App State, they gave a lot of space. I'm telling you right now, man. Hey, we got so much. Oh my God, we got so much to talk about, man. Hey, man, shout out to look. I'm on the West Coast, and man, I'm so proud of them Cali boys, man. We giving out. Hey, we're gonna give out some proverbial helmets tonight, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy for the young Cali boys, man. I'm talking about Tavion Beasley, Herman Smith. You know what I'm saying?
Smith, bro.
Hey, every narrative that everybody wanted to come up with. Now, I'm saying all this, we dropped it. Listen, man, that score should have been 73-3 because we dropped the pick six, and then J.D. Martin dropped the tug, easy tug over there that could have went for a tug. Yeah. We almost gave you 70 flats, no ranch dressing, all original. I'm saying, Coach Prime, call the dogs off, bro.
Hold on, we got to get it. We got to get it. It's gonna be air fried.
Air fried. And Shador, grown look like a grown man. Then we done heard, and this ain't no disrespect to nobody. Man, you don't want to hear us talk. Listen, I don't mean to be disrespectful, bro. But YouTube means what? It means that you get to choose what you tune into, what you tune into. It's YouTube. You press play or not press play. When people come to your space where it's what you say, JSU centric. And they want you to talk about everybody else. We'll do that. But see, we only doing this because we don't do that on Tiger Talk. Tiger Talk is about Jackson State and Jackson State alone. But we football guys, man. So here's all I'm saying. Every narrative. We've heard narratives that there's other quarterbacks in the conference that's better than Shador. I'm telling you right now that from what I displayed, what I witnessed today, Shador is not just the best quarterback in the SWAC. Shador is one of the best quarterbacks in the country. Period.
Facts.
You say, go ahead, bro.
I
got a bag full of it.
I'm gonna go back. I got to recognize.
Folks say, man, Jack State fan gonna be unbearable, bro. I'm gonna be unbearable. Y'all better hope we don't. You better beat us. That's all I'm gonna say, because you're gonna get back. I tried to be nice, King. I tried to, bro. And we don't get it back. You say, so I'm gonna be like you. So I'm gonna be what you say. You a 6'4" mirror?
6'4" mirror.
I'm a 6'3" mirror. He taller than me. You see a big ass head right there. I'm gonna just say. Let me step out. Go ahead, bro.
So we go back to last week's game. You know what I'm saying? Booster look good. Got to give him props on everything. But I also knew, what we had at practice. Like, for example, what the outside masses don't know is that as good as this offense was, our first team offense didn't score a single touchdown against the defense in fall camp. Not one single touchdown. That's facts. And we also knew, again, Coach Prime he put it out there. The dude is transparent. We see it and we know it. But the dude sit there and said, man, we lost James Houston. You won't get that production back. We're like, we kind of might. But if we don't, we're going to be balanced. And a balanced front four is better than one dominant player front four all day long. And guess what? Doyle got to say, I told y'all about Niles Gaddy. Niles Gaddy he was raw last year. I warned y'all. I told y'all. Niles Gaddy is going to be in the hunt for defensive player of the year this year. He's going to go down as one of the best D linemen in the SWAC this year. I told y'all, like, man, the dude has got bigger, he's got faster, he's got stronger, and the boy got a motor. Dude could have had 3 sacks today. Got one call back because of a BS penalty. But I told y'all, I was like, man, Musa looks good, but he due for some interceptions. And when you add the pressure with our back end, you know what I'm saying? The back end and the front end, they're married together. Show me a good back end, you got a good upfront defense with it too. You're bound to cause some problems. And we could have had more turnovers than what we actually had because, man, our guys had their hands on about 5 or 6 balls, man, that were in play. We could have had more interceptions than this. So, again, I didn't want to say it early, but I was like, man, look, let me just go and put it out there. And I said it. I know that it sounds crazy. I'm telling you. Because when I said it, I'm like, I get it. Yep. I get it. It's ludicrous to say Jackson State, Jackson State has a better defense than a Power 5 school.
Love, bro.
Appreciate that, bro. It's preposterous to say that. But I went on wax and I told y'all, we do. We legit do. I'm telling y'all now, we will have hands down the best defense in this country.
We done shut FAMU down two straight years.
Hold on. Thank you, bro. Bro, do y'all know that our defense has scored more touchdowns than FAMU offense against us in the past 2 years? The defense has scored 3 touchdowns. FAMU ain't got none. They got 6 points last year, 3 points this year.
And we didn't even play a complete game.
Dude, Malachi Wyman back in Jackson.
Malachi and Jackson. Who else didn't come?
Derek Burgess played. Solomon played. Derek Burgess at the house.
Derek Burgess.
Derek Burgess.
True Thompson. Ain't played yet. Who else was that behind?
Do y'all understand that Malachi Wyman is the leading receiver, touchdown reception leader in the conference? Dude had 12 or 13 touchdowns in 7 games.
Did Trevante even see the field today?
I think he played on the
special team.
He and Trevante Worker didn't even play on offense.
Hey man, put some respect on Coach Bartolone's name. All y'all that come out there talking about Coach Bartolone and he gonna run.
We're gonna get the trap. We're gonna get the trap.
He running Mike Lee style. No, we running the attack. He told y'all what he was doing. We're gonna attack the defense. We're gonna make them do the things that they don't want to do. And did they not do that?
Hey, and guess what? You're right. And I told y'all, it's a pass happy offense, right? Guess how many rushing attempts Jackson had? We played 4 running backs today. Guess how many rushing attempts we had? 38. In a pass happy offense.
Shout out to the O-line, man. Shout out to the big boys up front, man. The games are won and lost in the trenches. It seemed like everything that we did say, there's only a couple of things I want to note that I assumed that did not happen. Shout out to Demetri Jordan, because Demetri Jordan started at left tackle instead of left guard. We thought Debo would be starting, but you know how Coach Prime's practices are, man.
Shout out DJ Stevens.
Told you DJ was gonna be starting.
Shout out DJ Steve.
And you know what? That's important to me. Oh, my bad. You know why that's important to me? Because like I said, Madison County, those that know about Jackson, that's familiar with Jackson, all the home. I'm born and raised in Jackson, Mississippi. I went to Madison. My dad moved to Madison, not 89, but I stayed in the city. I didn't actually move up there until my 11th grade year. My 2 years of being in Madison County, I was basically inundated in a lot of the commentary that comes out of Madison County and how it's anti-JSU. It's anti-JSU. It's very difficult to get a player, an actual good player, to commit to Jackson State out of that county. So I said that, and I said I'm until I see that tide turn, and I've seen multiple players from that county, turn down Coach Brown. But I'm saying it's important to me because DJ Stevens was a really good tight end at Ridgeland High School, and he's also a legacy kid. You get what I'm saying? Yep. Dad played on the team, and now he on there and he's shining. And look,
and he's been there. And he's been there.
Bro, I got it. Come on, dog. We went to the tight end, bro. How long have we been asking for offense when we use the tight end, bro? When Jensen Riley got caught a pass.
We said it last week. We said we told y'all.
Hayden Hagler caught a touchdown. Come on, man. We had 3 tight ends.
Play 4 of them.
3.
4. My other guy from JUCO.
They played.
Yeah, he got in too.
I must have been talking smack. I ain't noticed. My bad.
So if we're keeping score, we played 4 running backs. We played 4 tight ends.
Shout out to Savion Wilkins. No, first of all, screw that. I'm gonna get to him. Shout out to 38 Special, man.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna tell y'all something.
Santee, man.
Santee.
Helmet.
Somebody in the thread last night talked about say, Ken, when you gonna get to the finesse? Man, Santee runs hard.
That dude got heart.
He's a small dude, man, but he runs hard, bro.
He got heart too, man.
JD,
little bitty dude would stick his face in them, man.
JD, you owe me one, bro. And I know he hit him in the hands, and I know he still gonna hate that.
Oh, we're in trouble. Man, shout out Baron Hobson, dog. B, if you're watching this, I told you.
I put the picture on the stream. That's the picture that we took.
I told you, man. Keep doing your thing, man. Your parents are gonna be proud of you, man. But yeah, man, we got to shout out Baron. Shout out Jeremiah Brown, man. Jeremiah Brown got his first start, man. Balled out, man.
Baron Hobson got his first start.
Baron got his first start this year, man, and balled out.
Jalen Alexander, he started.
Oh, and I be remiss, Nugget. I told you, bro.
Hey, man, appreciate you, Nug, bro. So
we behind you, dude.
We behind you, man. I appreciate the conversation after the game, and that young man gonna be just fine, bro. He gonna be fine. I appreciate what he said to us after the game.
For sure.
What he had to say, fella, come on in, bro. Got the fam coming in.
Hey. For sure.
1 second. Let me holler at my brothers real quick. Y'all, what's happening?
And then even on top of that, man, K5, baby. K5 with a pick 6. Kevin's a sophomore, man. Again, and the next Baron is a sophomore. Jeremiah Brown's a sophomore. So as we roll these names off, man, these are all experienced underclassmen. Experienced underclassmen. Sophomores. This team is young. So again, man, but back to the whole family thing, man. Look, we heard all the talk, man, especially last week. That's why I went on record. I was praying like, sweet baby Jesus, please let these dudes become free. Let them please become eligible. I won't land. Bowler. That was like, oh my God, we got Bowler. Bowler got about 3 tubs on his head today. You know what I'm saying? And I was just like, please, sweet baby Jesus, let them boys get free because we don't want now excuses. Nothing.
And let me say this real quick. Y'all gotta excuse me, man. I'm gonna get up as I need to. Got some family that came in the spot, but they gonna sit tight, man, while we rap with you guys, man. Just being out here, man, and we don't get to see each other as much. We all old now, so anytime we get to connect, we gotta make sure we make things. We had to give everybody what they want. We really gonna give out. Like I said, we gonna give our talking points from the game mostly on Tiger Talks. Because one of the things we don't want to do, we don't want to take away from the primary podcast. But this, like I said, all we're doing here is just really go live. Like I said, we appreciate you guys for supporting it, coming on. But I just want to say that because I keep getting up. So pardon me on that. But go ahead.
But yeah, man, trust me, we heard the talk. Oh, we could have played Jack State later on the year, man. We would have got him. Or and let's keep it a book, man. The main thing because of last year, the main thing they want to have on the North Carolina game was, so this ain't gonna be like last year because we got a quarterback. We got Moose. So it ain't gonna be a repeat of last year. Damn right, it ain't gonna be a repeat of last
year. Just, I mean, like the biggest thing is to me is this, man. It was, if you look at yesterday when we talked about playing out of conference, big time FBS program, putting yourself today. I mean, every time when we said we feel like we could move to that level in the Coach Prime leadership, like we caught a lot of flack, resistance. But when you start seeing the people that really write the articles, really pay attention to top-notch recruiting, their storylines today were different. You know what I'm saying? Where they're acknowledging what they see. You know what I mean? Because today you make the case that Jack State, the FBS school, not a UNC.
I know. You're right.
I mean, but people will say we're crazy again when we say stuff like that. But anywho.
But then
go ahead.
I sit here and get thinking too. When you mentioned we were talking about the two teams, man, and it's just like
y'all know we're gonna do it, man.
We get to sit here and talking about UNC or FAMU. It's just like, hey man, when everybody said, oh, everybody in the SWAC is called to Jackson State, and I said then I was like, no, you didn't. I was like, go look at your roster, go look at ours.
Well, here's the thing, and y'all can speak to this. I'm gonna look away because I'm, like I said, I got folks, and we're gonna talk too. Because the thing is that when you look at what we're doing, everybody thinks that okay, if we just go to the portal, get a bunch of kids, put them on the roster, then it's gonna happen. But again, I say it again, the thing that helped Jackson State, the best thing that happened to us after we got Coach Prime was that spring season. Because what it did was during COVID, APR was basically relaxed for 2 seasons. Mm-hmm. So now you don't have to worry about the transfers killing your APR, right? Mm-hmm. Then everybody that's on the roster will have to go through a tryout. See what he's working with.
Tryout.
See what he's working with, the whole season, 6 games or whatever. And then you go ahead and you roll into the season with your players that you brought in. And then you get to go through a whole season, have some success, and then you're able to, you know what I'm saying? You're able to assess your team and go out and make adjustments. All the question marks that everybody basically had have been answered, like for the most part. Number one question mark, the offensive line. That's why I say you gotta get shout out to the O-line, bro. At the end of the day, because Shador going into halftime didn't even have an incomplete pass, bro. You see what I'm saying?
18 for 18.
I love it because at the end of the day, I love the fact that he's getting the ball out of his hand. Go back into like last season, what we say, it felt like he holding the ball too long.
I'm with the 12 different receivers.
Damn.
So watch this. Juxtapose this, right? Juxtapose this. Moves the first game with the 10 different receivers.
Right. So did Drake May.
So did Drake May. Shador says, hold my beer. I'm gonna go 12 different receivers. But I'm gonna have 18 for 18 in the first half with 3 touchdowns. The kid had 4 incompletions the entire game, 5 touchdowns, and he could have had 7. So it sounds crazy when we sit here and say, yeah, man, Shador's probably going to throw 4,000 yards and have 40 touchdowns. Well, he got 5 today in game 1. So he's more than on pace to get 40 if he got 5 in his first game. But I want to backtrack back to this FAMU talk again, man. It was between all of last year, then from the moment that FAMU played like UNC all last week, I mean, the talk is ridiculous. And, we're just saying, like, are you serious, man? So now we get these ineligible players back, and I'm like, thank God, all the starters are back. No excuses now. We beat their head to the white meat, like I told you we would. I was being humble I wasn't even being arrogant or even being a JSU fan when I said we're gonna win 44-14. And it was like, oh man, you're ludicrous. It's crazy. I'm like, you haven't seen what I've seen. You don't know what I know. I can see their roster. I see what they have. Okay, we want to talk about the wide receiver room. Now, FAMU has a good running back room to me. They got a good quarterback. Let's talk about the rec board. Hey, Ken, did they have any rec today?
Right?
Yeah,
You mean like money, racks?
the rec boys 2.0. Did they have any rec today?
They had a couple passes that they ran out.
I mean, the quarterback barely got
I
100
don't think
yards.
he got 100 yards the whole game.
Okay, then. Hey, Ken, maybe another question. What does Xavier Smith do today? Besides get his bill run by Auburn Miller. I got time. And it's 2 years. Hold on, it's 2 years in a row. It's 2 years in a row. Hey man, so do you know for Xavier Smith's career, he ain't got a touchdown against Jackson State, but he's in a group called Ragboard. Y'all can stop me when I start lying.
OMG, got somebody. And we're gonna can't have too much fun off camp. Hey man, hey look man, I'm winging this shit. We're gonna just let it rock. Warren G, we're gonna bring you on, bro.
Don't regulate.
Avatar. That's my little joke. I be on another panel sometimes with the Mac Mob and E Thriller about boxing. So that's a boxing joke with some other guys from the panel. But I mean, I wanted to say about I've been following. I'm from Chicago. I've been following JSU for a while, ever since Dion took over. So I've been fascinated by the whole transition with the HBUs. Forgive me if I'm saying it wrong. The HBCU. Yes.
HBCU.
Yes, I've been amazed or just how they just are transforming into being a power, almost compared to Power Five. I know they got a long ways to go, but I was impressed with Travis Hunter. He shut down that whole side. I mean, it's it's not being talked about in YouTube right now because that's what I look for. But man, that man shut down that whole side. That whole side all by himself. You know what I mean? That was amazing.
He did. No passes completed on Travis today. None.
And you know what else? He didn't even have a full fall camp.
Right. Exactly. And it's you don't get to talk. You're not hearing much about that. You might heard a little bit, but not as much as it should be, because that's amazing.
Well, I think the thing. See, this is the thing. You're gonna have to get that from us. I mean, there'll be a few like football people, like purists that really cover the sport. And my thing is this: in this space, if we're gonna be respected when it comes to like sports talk and journalistic, endeavors, we're gonna have to have integrity with it. We're gonna have to stop allowing our biases toward the other schools to slant our position because you see something obvious, and because you don't like Jackson State, you mix your personal feelings in it. And that's why I don't follow certain individuals that cover it, because I already heard the excuses. Before I could even get rolling, I'm driving. And Zoe tuning in the different little things, and I'm hearing excuse after excuse. I'm hearing the line was holding. I'm hearing, oh well, this is
I heard that too.
I'm hearing all this other, man. If it ain't a hole if the ref didn't call it, the ref did pretty good today, bro. They let them play, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And we still had we had a series where basically their points came off of us being undisciplined. But you're right, bro. I ain't gonna take too much of the time up.
But one other point too about Travis. Gotta put it out there, man. He was thrown at 4 times. He had 2 pass breakups. One should have led to a pick 6.
Yep.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And Travis was impressed man for the entire game.
Press man. I'm glad you said that, bro. Like, he wasn't playing 10 yards off the receiver. It was basically, it's me versus you, and I'm gonna lock you down. I'm not gonna allow you to have anything. So I don't expect Travis to have a whole lot of stats except you'll see maybe a
It's
bunch of
lack
pass
thereof
break
is gonna
breakups.
be it.
Man,
But this is the
that
thing
is
that we talked about. This is the thing we talked about with Travis. The other cornerback is gonna get all the action, which led to
yes.
K5 getting a pick
Yeah,
six.
Sure.
yeah, I
And
understand
also
the
on that pick
traditional
six,
way of
You got
stats, but to lock down a whole side of a field, man, that's a
as a
stat in
professional.
itself. You know,
yeah,
we
that
may
dude is
not look
special,
at that,
man.
but they might need to rethink about their stats now because with him in the game, he may change how they view stats. If you ain't throwing on that side of the field, that's a stat. You
But
know, of a
as
player.
long as the people that got big time, bank accounts that can pay him at the next level are impressed with what he's doing, and he can keep doing that. I don't care about this, as far as the stats from a collegiate standpoint. But again, what's important for Travis is we need Travis to be successful in order for those of us in this HBCU space to really see the things that we hope to see. Travis got to have some success, and that's what 247 said.
Mhm.
247 said that, and we saw it in game one. He was, like I said, he was only 60%. He set out, we saw him at SWAC Media Day. He was in a booth, and
Yes, I've been following.
he didn't
I've
play
been
wide
following
receiver today.
everything.
Yeah,
I'm
he
sorry.
didn't play any wide receiver today. But the kid is special, man. And this was Zoe say. I'm gonna let Zoe say this after I throw it in. He said, "So how is it that you have a 5-star that can go to Alabama, they can go to Georgia, they can go to Florida, wherever, and they still be 5-stars when they get to them programs? But somehow, what we do is, instead of just acknowledging that this kid not just a 5-star, he was the number one recruit, and he was the highest ranked recruit in the
Ever.
history of 247 sports ranking.
Ever.
But somehow, when he got to Jackson State, I guess the HBCU, I don't know. I guess somehow he was gonna be affected and be a scrub or something. Like generational talents they gonna be a generational talent no matter where they play.
Facts.
And what we saw today was we saw a kid that had a lot of technique, man, that was skilled, and he was everything Coach Prime said. And I think the biggest story, bro, and I'm gonna say this and I'm done, is that it was before the game to me. It was when Travis Hunter come out of the touchdown before the game, and Coach Prime walked up to him, gave him that whatever they had to say, and then it was like a big hug he gave him that lasted for every bit of about 30 to 40 seconds.
Yeah.
And I'm saying, like, I felt that because I'm sitting right there looking at it, and I'm like, it's almost like Coach Prime telling him, "This is your moment now. It's time." So yeah.
I'm gonna just say this, and then I'm gonna get off because I know there's other people that probably trying to chime in.
Look,
Um,
they ain't trying to jump
you
on. They
know,
don't want to come see. They don't want to come on here. No,
oh
they
well,
don't. They don't want to come on here. They're gonna do like that
hold
dude
on.
earlier today that put all the posts and then run from the group.
They deleted.
All right,
You
I'm gonna
know,
shut up. Let me
whenever
stop.
whenever
Let me
we
stop.
start putting energy into ourselves and into our community, it's always gonna be some pushback, and it's gonna come from outside sources, making it look like it's from the inside. We always have that going on. It's always been around since Malcolm X and Martin Luther King. So ain't nothing changed but the time. We just got to keep on pushing, brother. That's it. But
Appreciate you, bro.
I love what the HBCUs are doing.
You gotta get that right,
Uh,
baby. I know you. As you say, you new to the space. You gotta get that right. HBCU. And hey,
HBCU. Thank you,
and
brother.
welcome, bro. Welcome. See, I ain't got no problem with the newcomers, man. We appreciate you, bro. Chicago is in North Mississippi. My daughter lives in Chicago.
Please
So
tell me
trust
you're a
me,
Chicago Bear fan.
I'm sorry. What you say, brother?
Please tell me you're a Chicago Bear fan, though.
No, I'm not a Chicago Bear fan. Is that what
Oh
you
yeah, yeah,
said? I believe.
you gotta go.
No, I'm
Nah, I'm
not a
messing with you,
Chicago.
bro. Hey, Warren
No,
G.
no.
Let's
But
go.
I'm keeping
Appreciate
my
you.
You about
eye
to
out
regulate?
for him. So I'm 54, so I
Oh,
haven't
okay.
ever since Peyton went along and the
Nah, you
'85
good.
Bears. I haven't really rocked with them because they really ain't been doing nothing. The
Another word
owners
is trash.
the owners
I
don't
can't
want to
get
pay no
you.
money.
You trash. You know embarrassing. Hey, you ain't missed nothing, bro.
Hold on.
Oh, we love it, Smith. Oh yeah, that's true.
See, that's how you answer
Well,
your question.
love
You
is
answer your own question. Oh, with Love Smith? Yeah.
the,
Hey,
the, the
Warren G,
only
appreciate you, bro.
yeah. Other than the Mac, when they brought what's the name on, but I haven't really been keeping up with football. You know, I got.
Hey, had to let you go, Warren. We got somebody else trying to jump
man.
on.
We'll get you.
And whoever this is, look like they laying in the bed, man. Turn your camera off, bro. We don't want to see you laying in the bed, dog.
What's going on, man?
There you go.
Hey, man.
Crack.
I've been listening to y'all for a long time, Bo. We made a statement today. I'm damn near drunk. I just want to tell y'all I love y'all boys and damn
Appreciate you, bro.
family. And
G, I love all day, man.
and tell them Rattler boys they got to come correct next year. It is what it is.
Oh,
Hey,
no,
man,
man.
look. I told the dude at the game, I was like, look, bro. First half, we made a nice little belt. You know what I'm saying? Nice little wallet. Second half, we're going to make some boots on your ass.
That's what I'm talking
We
about, man.
did that.
Hey,
That's what I'm
appreciate you,
talking about.
bro.
Hey, I've been watching y'all since day one. Bruh, I'm finna wake up and do it again. I'm finna. It's JSU or die. So that's all I
Hey, that's
want
what
to
we
tell
said.
you.
That's what
All
we
day.
roll with. It's about Jackson, man. Hey, appreciate you, bro. Look, hey, man, it's 400 in the room right now, man. Appreciate y'all for coming on the stream.
For sure,
Hey,
for
go
sure.
ahead and make sure y'all like the stream, bro. Make sure y'all like the stream. If you new to the channel, man, go ahead and subscribe. So anytime we come live and do anything, y'all see the cash apps. Make sure y'all throw some. You know, Zoe the one that got all the predictions. Zoe the one that got all the. Everybody quotes Zoe. I was just honored to be with him today, man. We appreciate the love because honestly, like I said, we've been doing this for a while. We just got on YouTube a couple months ago, so it's not like we just new to YouTube, and a lot of people just now starting to put names and faces to people with us, and we appreciate the love. A lot of people came up to us, you know, say they appreciate what we do, but at the end of the day, like I said, at the end of the day, it's still all about Tiger Talking 1400 Club, man. We just tried to make ourselves a little bit more accessible by coming on the stream and allowing you guys to come in and rock with us, man. So anybody want to come on?
And look, I promise y'all, man, whatever love y'all give, I'm a 6'4" mirror. I promise y'all be the right back out. Look, I walked in
They
the
work both
look.
ways,
I
man.
walked in
They
the
get,
stadium.
they get it other stuff. We can get it back too.
I walked in the stadium today, man. I was draping my flag, and I'm like Muhammad Ali committed thing. I'm telling everybody, oh, we're gonna win by no less than 21 points. Dog. I told everybody, we're gonna win by no less than 21 points. Hear me, feel me. I said it so it shall be done. We're gonna win by no less than 21 points.
Yeah.
All thing left for me to go in that thing do what Marcus said, boom by yay. I should go in there, boom by yay, JSU.
Hey, man. Hey, look, it feel good, man. Feel good. I mean, for one, like I said, the food tastes better when you win. All the money you spent to make the trip is a little bit more palatable, man. After you see that kind of dominance, man. I honestly can't wait to go back and watch the game. Like,
Yeah,
I really
facts.
because I wanted to see it on TV, kind of, you know. And I plan on watching it before we do the show because I'm gonna really get into my talking point. I got so many things I want to talk about. I'm actually right. It's a lot of storylines that you can take from this game. And like I said, it's just one game. I love what Bolden said. Bolden said we're gonna celebrate for 24 hours and then we're gonna get right back
to
to
it. For sure.
Because we can't celebrate too much because y'all go back to it. If you go back to last season, I feel like the SWAC championship, we carried that into the celebration bowl.
We got, as Coach Prime would say,
Yeah.
because we didn't get to put a period or exclamation point at the end of the sentence last year, we got to finish this year. So the only way we're going to finish is to get better from what we did last year. We was 11-2.
Hey, man, it's a good team, bro. Like, they got a good team right now.
It's a great team.
And if you can't find it in your spirit to acknowledge that, then
On the day, hate don't look good on you though.
Hey, man.
Hate don't look good on you.
What's that? What that was? What the dude said? Personally, like, dear, I don't give a fuck.
That wasn't me.
No,
That
but it's
wasn't
like
me.
a movie.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying, bro. I honestly don't care. Figure it out, man. That's between you and you. You know what I'm saying? So again, like I said, we're not gonna quiet down, man. Because you know why? You know why we can do this? Because if we do lose, we know how y'all coming.
Okay, I tell you
Y'all
what.
sitting right now. This is what they doing. They hoping that y'all did this all last season. All right, let me shut up. We got a couple people trying to come in. You guys are FBS team, masqueraders, FCS, LOL. There's nobody going to touch you guys. Yeah, I agree with that. Me ask Mike. What's up, baby? I appreciate that.
Wet. I said it a long time ago.
I'm gonna add Dre to the stream. Dre, what up?
Hey, what's up, man? Can y'all hear me?
What's going on, man?
Yeah. We got Tony in the back, so go ahead. I'm gonna let you rock out. Go ahead, bro.
Great game. It was good that y'all won me some bread. I said if y'all win, I was gonna call and thank y'all. I came up.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I,
Drake, yeah. I remember you from last night, bro. How
yeah,
much
yeah,
money you win? Don't tell us, though.
300,
Don't tell us.
300.
300.
Yeah.
Damn.
Hey, man, but
Hey,
FYI,
congrats, bro.
well, look, Dre, FYI, my little fortune teller business, we take a 2% fee off top.
I was already smarter than because I
Hey,
mean,
man, I'm about to give me a 1-900 number on y'all ass. I'm telling you, y'all remember Miss Cleo? I'm her nephew. I keep it real.
so I know football. To me, the
Congrats.
thing that struck me about y'all secondary is that it seemed like Dion May had got onto him. They were definitely more opportunistic with takeaways. Last
Right,
year, do that much takeaways.
right.
It's like this year the DBs are a lot more opportunistic with because that's what Dion's known for. He's known for taking the ball away. You know,
Let me throw one thing in there, Drake. Our secondary, keep this in mind. Travis Hunter's a true freshman. Jalen Alexander is a transfer from JUCO. Herman Smith is a true sophomore. Cam Dunn, Craig is a true sophomore. So those guys are extremely young, man. You add Bolden in there. Bolden is the only senior, but he still has 1 year. He still has 1 year eligibility. I think he's gonna try to cash in after this year, but those were the starters. So again, man, young core, and proud of them dudes, man. Go ahead, and then we're
yeah,
gonna let Tony jump on.
yeah, they played well. Dang, I thought I had something else, but nah, I was
Great,
like
appreciate.
I
Go
said
ahead.
now yeah, I watched the game. I said that if and also I think also what FAMU has small wide receivers. If they have, I think anybody who plays Jackson State is going to have receivers that are at least 6 foot. Because you have 5'9", 5'10" receivers, you're not going to have no chance.
I
But
agree.
so I gotta say, I told y'all that if y'all won, I was gonna call in, thank y'all. Even though I had already picked y'all, gonna let y'all know as soon as it was over, they went and zip by 300. And so, hey,
Appreciate
y'all,
you, bro.
All right, Dre.
What the hell is it? That's the string. Hey Tony, what's up, bro?
What's up, man? Shout out to y'all, Ken and Zoe, what y'all doing with the Tiger Talk. I subscribe to y'all. I listen to y'all podcast every day at work. But I want to say something what Zoe got to say about the defense. Man, look, the score says it, 59-3. We should have hit 80 on them.
I said 73, but I like the way you thinking. Go
Hey,
ahead.
man,
Man,
I
we
ain't
should have
stopping
hit
you, so
80 on them,
keep on.
80-0. Look, because Gaddy even said it that he felt bad about the penalties to even had him hit the kick. So I don't even know why people want to say what they want to say. We reloaded. We reloaded on the coaching, on the personnel,
Hey, I
on the
gotta stop you there.
team.
We didn't reload. We upgraded the damn gun.
Upgraded. That's what I'm talking about, Zoe. We upgraded on these boys. Shoot, hey, I don't know what nobody's saying at FAMU. Look, they lost 2 years in a row. They don't need to say nothing. They just need to work
4 game
4
win
years
streak.
in a row. Four,
4.
hey, okay, 4 years in a row. I've been tuning in the last 2 years. So, hey, 4
You
years
right,
in a
two
row.
years in a row, but four times in a row they
Four,
lost.
4 game winning streak on FAMU.
You right.
Hey,
You right.
well, shoot, hey, they don't need to talk no more. Shoot, the score already says it. But look, I want to say, this though. I appreciate what y'all doing with the Tiger Talk, man. Keep it up, man. Look, Ken, man, don't worry about what nobody's saying. This is the Tiger Talk, man. We talking about
Hey,
JSU. I
hey,
love you.
hey man, appreciate you, baby. And
Yup.
I don't really care. I just play into it.
Yeah, we good, man. But Hey, but you know what? Hey, to harp on the defense, we got remember we got to add this too though. All right, we got before we got to this too. So we talk about dinner.
Mhm.
Defense played an outstanding game, but I need all y'all to know this is nowhere near the best we could be.
No.
We left a lot on the field, not just points, but there's so much that we got to clean up.
Right.
We had 100 yards of penalties. We had 100 yards of penalties, and we beat somebody 59-3 with 100 yards of penalties. Man, the last time I even seen something close to that, the last time I even seen something close to this was on the 30 for 30 with the U, when Texas beat or Miami beat Texas. They had like 200 yards of penalties.
Yeah.
But we got so much to clean up, man. And this is our first game. Football 101. Everybody made their biggest jump between week 1 and week 2. But since I bring that point up, hey man, fam, you had a game last week.
Snakes don't jump.
Hey man, what? Got that right.
Snakes don't jump.
So what was that leak then? What was that leak from week 1 to week 2? Especially since
What
you're
happened
going down.
was they ran into a real defense. They ran into a real
FBS quality. Oh, okay. Power
And
5 like
this is the thing I say. When I said something on Twitter, I said Coach Prime gave everybody the blueprint, and people get offended by that when you say that, man. I mean, at the end of the day, the proof's in the pudding. I
because
mean,
it sounds ludicrous, dog.
well, we don't. I think a lot of us don't really feel like this is an anomaly.
It's hard to see it,
But it's really not, because if you go to the PWIs, the schools that's kicking us in the teeth, who they kicking us in the teeth with? The same players that we get some of. We got a few of them on our team now.
But the difference is them doing it. It ain't us.
I don't know. It translates. It's just that we think, and some of our narrow-minded thinking, that it won't translate to HBCU into HBCU space. It will. Now, what they're gonna say is, because bro just told me, he said, "Look, we're gonna get the shirt. I'm gonna actually go get a shirt where we gotta get this drawn up. Where they gonna move. We're gonna put a dude with a jersey on and say coalition.
Beautiful.
And we're gonna have them pushing it. We're gonna be moving the goalposts. And for real, because y'all gonna create a narrative. There's an old saying that says, if you keep sticking your hand in the bag, in the devil's bag, eventually you're gonna pull something out of your life, right? So what they do is they throw a whole lot of narratives. They throw 27 narratives out there and they hope one of them sticks. That's what they do. So that's what the coalition do. They create narratives, and like I said, this is our time, man. When all corn had they run, we had to take it on the chin. You know what I'm saying? And man, we got all now.
Well,
look, it's late night.
Let me jump in this up. So we move up in the ranking in some of the spots. Well, I actually talked about that. I think we will move up. I got to go and look over to see who all lost and in the manner in which they lost and who they lost to. But because of the way that we won and how dominant we were in that win, we'll definitely move up. We're 17 right now, so it's really gonna come down to who lost. But just going off of my head, just taking a guess at it, I'd be willing to say we'll probably move up about 3 spots.
Yeah, 2 spots. We'll still be in the
but
teams.
I'm gonna look to see tomorrow, like who all lost, how they lost, who they lost to, records, and just take a look at everything and try to quantify it. And then from there, I can kind of give a better assessment of how much I think they'll move up.
Yeah. Any more questions, man? What else y'all got? Like I said, we got a lot of bullets in the gun, man. Now the Jacktown 7-7. We got somebody else.
We got a Jew coming in.
Jacktown. What's good? What's good, Jacktown?
What's good? Can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right, good deal. Well, look, man, just kind of listening to you all. Appreciate everything that you all are doing. Y'all keep me informed at work, when the kids are asleep at night. So y'all doing an amazing job. So keep it up. Keep it up.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it, bro.
So one of the things I wanted to mention this evening, probably last week, my wife was kind of getting on me. She was like, okay, you starting to get into that mode. I can see it in your eye. You're getting all worried. You're getting all, bothered because, there was the last show that Neely and C. Bishop put on.
Be freaking show. Shout out to the brothers over there. Yep.
Yeah, shout out to them. There was a show where Dennis Thurman was talking to the defense, and he was basically like, he was like, this is the NFL. I'll cut pretty much all of y'all. And so
Right, he did.
during that particular time, I'm sitting here like, well, damn, you know, like, what are they not doing? You know, you see everybody going live and trying to dance and trying to have rap battles. I'm like, okay, are y'all really locked in? But then after today, to me, it just seemed like, oh, they're just smoking mirrors. So, I mean, I'm sure they
No,
got
it
a lot
ain't
of
though.
work to
It
do.
ain't though. It's not. Let me tell you what it is, bro. It's our standard. See, the one thing people got to realize, Dennis Thurman played in the NFL, was a darn good DB. Prime is prime. Kevin Mack played the league, was a damn good DB. So the way they judge talent, I tell you what, Coach Prime said it the day he got hired. I'm looking for kids to want to play on Sunday.
Okay.
So everything that we do, we basing it off of players playing on Sunday.
Yep.
That's how they judge everything. They judge everything off the NFL. So one thing that might get frowned upon by a lot of people is, yes, Jackson State look at measure because he knows, hey, I'm not going to take a 5'9" kid unless you got to run a 4.2. He said, but outside of that, because the NFL does not take you, and that'll be frowned upon in some instances because you'll have a good talented player that may not have the measure, but that's going to be even harder restricted for you to get to the NFL, and that's what Prime is basing everything on. So just to touch on that, everything that they're doing is for the NFL. For the linebackers, DBs, everything they're doing.
Excellent.
The standard is we're trying to win the Super Bowl. That's the standard. And so, yeah, they might ball out, but he's telling you, like, hey, yeah, but if you were doing this, the unit played good, but you screwed up here. And if it was me on this level, I'm cutting your ass.
But you know,
and every day I'm trying to replace your ass.
And two, like if you go to the first scrimmage, the defense dominated. You go to the second scrimmage, the offensive coordinator, they adjusted, they added some more things in there, and the offense dominated. And like he said, basically, if you even go back and listen to Bartolone, even after we said that the offense dominated, if everybody else said they dominated, if you heard Bartolone's talk, you'd have thought they screwed up. You thought they had a terrible practice. But again, it's a standard of excellence. And that's why we say everybody's standard and everybody, you got some people that think one thing is nice, and then you got others that think their whole interpretation of that is totally different, is on a much higher level. Man.
So
they must be some Jack State fans. There's some loud noise out there.
So
man.
even like in the words of
Mike Tomlin?
Mike Tomlin.
Yeah.
The standard is the standard.
That's correct. So, but you do bring up a good point, man, and I appreciate that you mentioned that because it shows that you do pay attention, you do follow and listen, just like we do. And again, at the end of the day, they got to make sure these guys stay grounded. They got to make sure they stay humble. There's a lot of cameras. There's a lot of, you don't want to read your, what you just say?
Yeah, press clippers and
pats on the back. You don't want to read that, man. Because at the same time, these are young, impressionable guys. But again, I'm going to go back to the conversation. I'm not going to disclose what we talked about. But there were some questions asked about why you didn't see number 4 playing at quarterback that much. Coach Prime addressed it. He said, man, we deep, man. We deep. But this is what I want to say about that, because I'm going to tell you right now, because you got a lot of people out there that don't like that create negative narratives, and they'll tell you one thing and they'll have a whole narrative going. But if you knew what that young man said tonight about why he felt like, why he know he wasn't out there as much, you wouldn't feel that, you really wouldn't feel, you really wouldn't be worried about it. And I felt really good, and I couldn't do nothing but say, bro, you know what? I respect that. I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? Hang in there, and it's gonna get better. He was like, oh yeah, no doubt about it. So I mean, I absolutely love that. That was his mentality. But again, this is the culture that Coach Prime has created at Jackson State, and it's okay to let go of the old way and adopt this new way and this new standard of excellence and accept it when you see it. Again, Dennis Thurman led the #1 defense in the NFL, bro. People forget that. Under Rex Ryan, who also had the same defensive line coach, Coach Weeks, was on that staff. So how do we think that these guys who've done it at the highest level with the best of the best and have exceeded, man, they went to the Super Bowl. Was the Super Bowl? They went to the AFC Championship game with Mr. Butt Fumble himself, Mark Sanchez, who was terrible. They didn't have a quarterback, but that defense was dominant.
Look, just last week alone, Antonio Cromartie is on Twitter saying, man, Dennis Thurman made me. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Yeah. But go ahead, bro. We ain't even cut you off.
No,
Anything
it's
else?
all good. Oh yeah. Well, let me make this final point. Now, what if that attitude of domination really, if like the whole JSU nation embraced that and day-to-day stuff on campus, alums, students, how much more, and even from the standpoint, even from the HBCU community, we just kind of just had that mindset to know that each day we need to be trying to compete to be the best, right? Because I think there's a
Yep.
whole bunch of life lessons that is coming out of this football stuff, right? I haven't played, since middle school, and then, haven't played basketball since high school. But at the same time, you see what Coach Prime is instilling in those football players. Man, that stuff is that's lifelong lessons that he's instilling
I'm
as well.
glad you said that. He said that at his press conference in relation to Nugget. He talked about we're not just teaching football, we're teaching life lessons over here. So I'm glad you asked that question, bro, and I'm gonna answer it this way. It is rubbing off. Coach Prime has affected me in the 2 years he's been in Jackson because he's affected me in my everyday as far as how I go to work.
Mm-hmm.
Tiger Talk, what we doing now? You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No. Okay. It's you got a lot. So what you're seeing take place here, you're seeing the standard of excellence. Because people forget when Coach Prime came, everything he was saying mostly was directed towards us. He hadn't experienced the outside world yet, and the outside HBCU world. So when he say we're complacent, what example did he use? He said he used the example of us having 2 gates open at the vet, and say how now we done become numb to it, and we say, well, this is how it is. And he said our cars have been parked. So this man talking about dominating, and you see someone. We had a chance to. I B might be on there. I had a chance to go in the room with him when he first got hired. Went to the press conference. I sat in the room with him, and I come out the room. I said, that dude different, bro. Just a different type of focus, a different type of energy. And I had never been around nobody that was locked in the questions he asked, and it's a lot of things that has happened since that meeting that I've seen things kind of take shape. So you're absolutely right, bro. I think one thing that we could do, and I'm gonna keep preaching it until the cows come home, bro. As a people, bro, we gotta start duplicating what we see work and stop fighting amongst each other and this slave plantation mentality. Like it's too many, like it's a crab in a barrel mentality. We never want to embrace the excellence and the greatness that we see because we always want to find a loophole to hate. And that's why I'm saying, like, I'm being intentional about my energy, and all I'm really doing right now is giving back the energy. I don't really want to do this, but I'm giving back the energy that we get because we get so much hate. I see people who are respected in this HBCU space that I can't listen to them no more because I lost respect for them because they let their personal feelings get in the way of real facts. You don't when you speaking on any subject, it is what it is. Like Zoe said, the standard is the standard. A thing is what it is, but I can't make it be somewhere else because I'm in my feelings. And all you got to do is listen. They'll tell you how they feel about you based on what they say. And it's like, how the hell do you look at a team like that dominated the way that they do, and you talking about something that you found a loophole to hate? That's another T-shirt. Man, I'm gonna have a shit ton of T-shirts, man. With all kind of narratives on them. Man, we got merch coming, man. We got a whole lot of merch coming.
It's gonna get the LLC.
But nah, for real, bro. I'm just saying, we ain't gonna stop, man, because if we don't do it, who else gonna do it? And then I'm gonna say this last thing, it's gonna be my mic drop, and I'm gonna shut up. We'll accept it if somebody that didn't look like us or with a lighter hue said. Just seem to consume it a little bit better when they say it don't. We just eat it a little bit better when it's over there. But when it's our stuff, when it's us doing it, we gotta hate on it because we don't want to accept that. I can't accept it from you. That's why I said, bro, when I look, I don't ask for discount from black folks. I buy black, and I ain't asking for no discount because we don't go over there asking no discount.
That's right. And
you know what I'm saying?
You don't have expectations.
But that's just me, though, bro. That's just me. But again, we came over here. We came over here to dominate. We doing YouTube now. We came to dominate. So all the negative Nancy's out there that want to keep pushing, pissing on JSU name and saying this and saying that, we gonna come in and do the exact opposite on the positive side. I'll be right back.
Yeah, man. But yeah, man. But I mean, even with that being said, man, it's gonna be a monumental year this year.
Yeah.
I've been trying to stress from the jump, and I mean, this is the first game.
Yeah.
With 100 yards of goals. Could have put up 80 points today, and I made my quarterback on the sideline in his rollie, doing interviews and started the fourth quarter. Figures.
That's awesome,
So,
man. Well, look at you all. 1400 Club has definitely been a catalyst for change. Even going back to the days when the Clarion Ledger was giving us lukewarm coverage, you all were kind of the trailblazers to go out and start that website when it was 1400club.com.
yeah,
And
man.
look at where we are today. So y'all keep doing what you're doing. Appreciate what you're doing. And on to Memphis.
All right, my man. Y'all have a good one, man. D, I love.
Right, take care. D, I love.
All right. All right, man. Who else will come on, man? Oh, I had saw. Hold on. I had saw one of your questions up here. I just saw it earlier. It was something about Willie Simmons. I just saw it. Hold on, man. Give me 1 second, y'all. I just saw it. There you go. Says, give an honest opinion on Willie Simmons as a play caller head coach. Oh man, Willie Simmons really not doing the play calls right now. They got a OC guy that used to work with him previously, but first time OC. But Willie Simmons as a coach, man, I actually think Willie Simmons is a good coach. But even with that being said, right now, one thing stands out with Willie Simmons that's kind of tarnishing, or I should say tarnish, that's putting a stain on his record is he's underwhelming in big games right now, and it's starting to become a narrative for him. And again, the data is there because if you go to the last 4 big games that FAMU has had, when you talk about the best competition that they've had, they've lost, and you look at how they lost. They lost to us first game of the year last year. Pretty much went unscathed, and then you get to the playoffs and you lose in the first round. Lose North Carolina, but people say, okay, that's the FBS program, so we'll give that a watch. And then you turn around, now you got an even better Jackson State to lose again. And also prior to last year, when we were still under Coach Hughes and we played FAMU in Tallahassee, you had the whole fiasco with the game management and they lost. So right now his thing that's working against him is the fact that he's losing in his big game. So that's the only thing that's working against him. But outside of that, man, he has a good record. You are what your record says you are. And a lot of there's not too many coaches in the SWAC that has his record, outside of Coach McNair. I would even go so far. I believe his won-loss percentage, I think, is better than Maynard's as well, if I'm not mistaken. But outside of that, man, but he has room to grow. He can actually turn it around. He just gotta he gotta really do some big the rest of the season. But they're at a turning point right now. They're 0-1 in conference, 0-2 overall, and I'm unsure who FAMU next game is, but they got Southern at home. Yeah, they got Southern at home. They got they got Valley at home, Southern at home. They got Alabama State. They got Grambling, Grambling got select, but I think Grambling has the pieces. So they're going to have a few moments. They got a few games that's going to really tell a lot of things. But the season is still young, y'all. There's a lot that's going to go on. There's a lot of ebbs and flows with this. So, but they got to turn it around, man. This loss was big. We can also say, too, that we know now that we will have a new Buck Buchanan Award winner. Isaiah Lamb will not repeat. We know that for a fact. So just have to see what else y'all got up in here. Yeah, family go ahead downward spiral. We'll see, man. They got to start next weekend. Try to get a win. Got to see what they're playing. But that's pretty much going to be it. So you think family will win out still? Nah, not with that defense, man. You know, right now, FAMU is giving up over 1,000 yards in 2 games. They're giving up an average right now of about a little over 500 yards per game on defense. And let's see, North Carolina scored what? Let's see, FAMU for 24. North Carolina put up 50 points, and we put up 59. So even without me knowing the numbers, you guessed it would. FAMU is giving up 50 points a game on defense. Nah, they ain't finna turn around and just went out like that, not giving up 50 points. Nah. Whew. That's rough, man. Hey man, I tell you what, man, life comes at you fast, though. Yeah. Oh, they play Albany State. Albany State got a good defense. And FAMU don't. So, but FAMU should win that game. But strange things have happened. Let's see what else we got here. Oh yeah, man. And look, feel free, man. That stream link is still up there, man. If y'all want to come in, got some questions, feel free to come in. Come on, man. Act like we lost. Because I promise, I already told Ken, we lose. Oh man, it's gonna be 50 of y'all waiting for us getting this thing. Give us the same energy now. Let's see what we got here. What we got? Facts. 10 touchdowns. So you're giving up an average of 5 touchdowns a game. 500 yards, 5 touchdowns, and 50 points. Woo! Them 5s running rampant in family life right now. I ain't being nice. I'm being factual. Hey, all right, appreciate the love, baby. Hey, it ain't just the quarterback, and it's a problem. I mean, that defense ain't good. If your defense is horrible, your defense gonna make them look like Shador or Drake May. They gotta show they can stop somebody, man. I think it's pretty much gonna kill their attendance for this weekend. I hope not, but we'll see. That's what I figured. Albany State had one of the top defenses in D2 last year. Yeah, Ken, that's facts. They have faced 2 good quarterbacks, but it's not like it's gonna be this great drop off to bad quarterback play for the rest of the season. You can't bank on that either way. You can't bank on that. Hey, Wyman's grades are fine. That's not why he didn't play today. Wyman is clear and eligible. His grades are not an issue. Wyman didn't play because, as Coach Prime stated, you know, we're deep. 16 wide receivers. And practice tells the key. You know, you could be in spot 1 right now, don't perform in practice like you need to be, and you'll be at 12. And they'll leave you at the house. So his grades have nothing to do with that. Seriously, his grades are fine. He's eligible. He's ready to play. No, Kenny, you're right. I mean, they don't have to be close to those two, though. When you have an all-time great defense, I'm gonna say it again. You got defense giving up 500 yards, 50 points. I mean, that's crazy. A game, 5 touchdowns, 50 points, 500 yards on defense. That's all-time horrible. They're going down on record right now. It's probably been the worst defense in family history. Go figure. You say it's Isaiah Land draft stock going down, man. You tell me. You know, now the first game is out of your control, but I want to touch with it too. He had an okay game. Well, not was okay. He got a sack today, but it wasn't like, you know, it was a come from behind sack. But he got 1 sack today, right? But you know how we always talk about how You know, you got to have these Power 5 games because against these upper echelon opponents, these are the games that you got to show that you belong. There's some truth in that statement, but what you guys fail to realize too is what if you're sticking up the joint in the rest of your other games? See, every game is important. And then you got my guy Joshua Williams who played at Fayetteville State. He didn't play against any Power 5 competition. He got drafted in the second round. No, fourth round. I'm sorry, fourth round. First HBCU players selected this year. So yeah, those those money games against Power 5 schools, they are important. And yeah, you do want to show up in those games, but it doesn't mean a thing if for the rest of the year you're not showing up. You gotta show up more in your everyday game, more so than the money game. The money game, it's like your mouth and your actions, right? But dad always told me, you know, anybody can fix their mouth and say anything. You, me, anybody else, but your actions are gonna confirm or deny what your mouth is saying. Same kind of thing with playing. You can sit there and ball out in SWAC play, right? Well, if you ball out in that money game is just confirming what you've done for the rest of the year. Same scenario. Yeah, Joshua Williams did play well in the Senior Bowl, but guess what? He played well throughout the entire year. You got to play well to get invited to your Senior Bowl. Trust me, you ain't gonna be sticking up to join the regular season. You ain't getting no invite. Bruh, let me tell y'all something. Look, man, nobody, let's get this on record. Nobody was talking about Niles Gadd. At the end of last season, nobody was talking about Niles Gadd. I told all y'all the one D lineman to look out for that's gonna ball out next year was Niles Gadd. My dude balled out today. My dude co-signed everything that I was vouching for. And like I say, man, look, we're in tune with these players, man. We have a relationship with these players. We talk to these players, man. We know these guys. We see these guys. And so, like we told y'all, like, man, now putting that work in. The dude has gotten bigger, faster, and stronger. And I know this kind of like football talk. Everybody says it feels like about every player. But if you go watch the game from FAMU, put it up on YouTube and watch it and just look at now. And then pull up the game today and look at them and you will see what I'm saying. It ain't no cap. I ain't lying to you. I lie basketball, I lie to y'all. Look, man, I'll mention you about Scotty, man. Look, and shout out to Scotty, man. I actually met him today, man. You know, I actually went up to him and I chopped it up with him for a minute. And I don't feel the way about Scotty like a lot of y'all do, man. Granted, you know, I feel like there's some unwanted JSU, you know what I'm saying, slants there, but you know, it is what it is, man. He's not a bad guy. And he ain't gotta agree with me and I ain't gotta agree with him. But his whether we disagree, it ain't personal. You know what I'm saying? I could cuss him out and still be cool. You know what I'm saying? No, it ain't nothing like that at all. But I chopped it up with him, took a photo with him and everything. I ain't got nothing bad to say about Scott. And yeah, we not gonna and for me, for example, if I got something to say, I say it to him. I don't direct any venom or anything I gotta say to him. Now, if he happened to be in the basket with everybody else, then so be it. But none of my vitriol when I say something is directly to him. And again, everybody not gonna agree with us, and that's cool too. And sometimes hell, I like for people to disagree with me because now when I get to prove wrong, I get throwing middle fingers, and I love to do that. All right, Scorpio, this is Tennessee State. Look, I'm not gonna get into that right now, man. Only because I'm celebrating and we got the show tomorrow night, and we'll kind of delve, you know, we kind of want to delve off into that in the middle of the week. But I will say this about Tennessee State. I've said it even before this FAMU game. I felt like Tennessee State was going to be a tougher game than FAMU, and I'm on record saying so. I think Tennessee State is going to be one of the toughest games we play this year. Tennessee State will not be a blowout like it was today, solely because of the matchup. Now, do I believe that we'll win? Of course, because I'm going to go on record again. I said it earlier. I believe we're going to go undefeated. I truly do. And I have various reasons why I believe that. Not just because I'm a JSU fan, and there's several reasons why I feel like we'll go undefeated. You know, and again, this is the first game of the year. We are nowhere near in midseason form. We got a lot of missing pieces, a lot of moving pieces, and we're young. So, but I will get into not just me, but Ken and all Corey, Mike B, Shaq, all the fellas. We'll get into that and delve into how we feel about the opponent and give our score prediction and everything else. No, Tiger Talk won't be live. We always record, but Ken and I can actually we'll probably be going live again at some point during the week. Now, whenever we do Tiger Talk, because of how we do the segments and people that we bring on, it's always recorded. Yes. No. Memphis, you will probably have majority of the team there just because of proximity to Jackson. But still, that's that Coach Prime's call. He may decide to do it. He may not. A lot of things happen day to day. However he feels fit. He's the CEO of the business of Jackson State football, and so just because he did something one way last week, don't mean he'll do it the same next week. And it's at his discretion to handle it however he want to handle it. Yeah, Pope, I agree too, man. But again, we knew this going in that they were going to utilize the tight end a lot more this year, and we're just getting just getting started, man. There's a lot more that we're going to do with the actual tight ends. And again, you guys can see Kivy Mullins. Nope, hurt. So, and that's a 4-star transfer from South Carolina. You didn't see him today. And let me just say this: DJ Stevens, who a personal favorite of one of ours, is a local kid, and he was one of Tony Hughes' recruits, and wasn't utilized or wasn't even playing. Started today and had a damn good game. Then Jesse came out and spilled him, caught a big play. And Jesse is one that's gonna blossom, man. But one thing we also did tell you guys that we're gonna rotate a lot of guys at every position. That just shows you how deep we are. Coach Prime mentioned that in the press conference. Like I told you guys earlier, we played for running backs. We played for tight ends. We played. I want to say we had 12 receivers catch passes today. Yep. And then to add on about Herman Smith played both safety spots last year and played a little corner at some point in time last season as a true freshman.
What's going on, bro?
Hey, what's going on, my man? This is Ken.
What's going on, man?
No, you can't be Ken. I'm Ken.
Hey, man. I got to say,
I'm just messing with you. Get the lights up, everybody. I'm sorry. Hey, before you go, bro, just apologize. I had a call come through. I had to take that, so sorry to keep.
Definitely. I got to say, man, I'm extremely impressed today. I mean, I came in with high expectations. I've pretty much been on the internet telling anybody who will listen, hey, you guys need to watch this JSU team this year. They're going to be special. I've been watching a lot of the, I do a big time job when it comes to just scouting and everything, looking at the different teams and whatnot. So I was just watching some of the transfers that JSU got this year. And I was more impressed with the transfers from this year than I was from the transfers last year. Now, the high school class might have been better last year, but the transfer this year was like, I'm watching Evan Henry, I'm watching Zach Bro, I'm watching Willis Patrick, and I'm like, hey, these guys, Dimitri Jordan, I'm like, these guys can play. Like, these guys are legit, they're legit G5 starters. In fact, I would even go so far as to say Willis Patrick could be a P5 starter at like school like Cal Berkeley or something like that, which he got offered to. Yeah, so I'm watching these guys. I'm like, I'm hearing people disrespect JSU, talking about, man, their offensive line was trash. Look, last year was trash. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I thought they were worse than Delta State's offensive line. I was not a big fan of last year's offensive line. I thought the offensive line, the kicking team, and the punting was just beyond horrendous. Like JSU lost the game to UL Monroe specifically for those three reasons. And to be honest with you, they lost almost every game. Every game they lost it for those three reasons. Every game that was really close was for those three reasons. And so this year, I mean, look at that offensive line today. Look at it. I mean, we're talking about they ran some nice double stacks when it came to dealing with land. I mean, it was impressive.
Well, that's why I'm glad Land came back, because if he hadn't have played, that would have been used as an excuse. But keep going, bro. Keep going.
Oh man, it was you just watch the unity. You watch how Bro communicates in the offensive line. You just watch just a little thing. Everything's so easy for Shador. Shador always had the great pre-snap reads. He was always in fact, watching him play last year, one of my notes was phenomenal pre-snap reads. Reminds me of Jake Fromm in that department. I was very impressed in that. But in terms of him as once his post snap, sometimes he holds the ball too long. He has a little bit of agility issues, and of course the big one is if he doesn't have an obvious read that's open, sometimes he might make a wrong decision. This game, we saw excellent decision making. We saw when he had pressure on him, he evaded the pressure. I mean, there was a number of times he could have got sacked. Last year he would have got sacked, and he evaded the pressure. He stepped up
I'll
into
say
the
one
pocket.
thing. Can I make one request for Shador? I need him to slide, and we know you tough, bro. But I don't like I'm trying to run over a linebacker. That's an easy way to lose a shoulder, bro. We saw what's his name, D. Davis, go down yesterday for Alabama State. Hopefully he's okay with a shoulder injury. And each time that he was running and he didn't slide, I'm gonna be honest, I held my breath. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, that's something he has to work on, and that's just little things that he's going to learn that, look, I'm not that fast. God's going to get to me. I got to slide. I got to protect myself. But, he got a heart. He got heart on him. But the thing is, he don't have the athleticism to really be doing all that. But I'll say this, man. He was exceptionally impressive. I mean, I watched Bailey Zapp play at Western Kentucky last year running that offense. And if you watch, Western Kentucky, they put the most yards last year as well as the most production as far as from the quarterback position in the FBS last year.
Yeah.
Shador Sanders ran that offense better than him today. Ran it better decision making. He showed. I mean, and Bailey Zapp was one of the best pre-snap read quarterbacks we saw that entered the draft last year. Shador showed more talent than him. Shador looked like it was a draft pick today. Like today, he looked like he was somebody that hey, this might be a third, fourth round, and we're talking about year 2 Shador. We're not even talking about year 3 Shador, year 4. So I was just very impressed with that. I mean, the receivers, they had a lot of older receivers they played today. Shane Hooks, I think they had to, because with the options that comes with that receiver, it's a lot harder for these younger guys, for guys like Weidman or guys like Hook or guys like Rucker to really understand like the nuances of it. It takes time to understand the nuances of how you need to perform as a receiver in this type of offense. And obviously, the older receivers are a little bit more adjusted. They're a little bit more accustomed to learning new. They're just more ready. They're more mentally ready for it.
I appreciate that. I can tell you know your stuff, man. One thing I'll add to what you just said in relation to Shador. Continue to impress me with his ball placement, knowing where to put the ball, leading, moving defenders with his eyes, and kind of putting the ball in spots. Because when this attack style offense that we run, it requires the wide receivers to know where to find the soft spots, when to sit down, and Shador putting that ball right where it needs to be. I mean, he had some really good back shoulder fades. He had 3 drop passes today. That was actually, I think he had more. Might have been more incompletions.
He only had 3. He had 3 incompletions. He had 3 incompletions. One was a JD Martin drop that was pretty bad. The other was a drop that wasn't necessarily on the receiver. It was more like Shador kind of got hit by Land. And
he got hit by Isaiah Land. That's true. That was Dallas Daniels, number 4.
Yeah,
man, shout out to Dallas Daniels today, man. Dallas Daniels was was amazing, man. I mean, he has a great feel for the game. He was his route running is exceptional. Everything that we heard about him and his performance at practice showed up on the field today. I mean, I was happy to see Willie Gaines get some burn and actually make some catches. One of my favorite additions. You talked about the transfers coming in, and I'm happy for Shane Hooks because we talked about that on the show. One of us discussed Shane Hooks. Wanted to see him because Shane Hooks is on the recent Senior Bowl watch list. So when you go look at that list of players, John Huggins, Shane Hooks, Aubrey Miller, and big shout out to Big Aubrey. I don't know if he might see the stream, but We chopped it up, man. I got Aubrey as my defensive player of the year, and I got Niles Gaddy being the dark horse defensive player of the year. But not to throw a whole lot out there, but you spot on, man, with everything you shared, and we appreciate that.
I'm loving your Dallas Daniels mention, because Dallas to me is and this is something you got to watch too. That's another kid. I've been keeping up with some of the NFL preseason guys, and there's this kid that went to Western Illinois who was a receiver with Dallas in Western Illinois, and I'm thinking, man, Western Illinois must be producing these receivers because Dallas is so polished, man. It's like you don't really see, like, you watch him, like, this dude's really he's way better than the guys that Jackson State had last year. No disrespect to Corbin or any of those guys, but Dallas is better than them. He's just better. He's better than Corbin. He's better than Corbin. I mean, we talking about the route running. He got the short. He got the intermediate. He got the short. He got the long. He can run in. He can run inside. He can run out. I mean, Corbin could do the same, but Corbin wasn't quite quick. Sometimes Corbin wasn't beating coverage. Dallas is.
But it could have been something. It could have had something to do with the offense. I told Zoe when we would sit down. I said, bro, I bet Keith Corbin's looking at this offense saying, boy, he was in his offense. Because it is a pass-friendly offense. But I'm going to say this, too, because one name that we didn't mention, Cameron Buckley, man. His ability to play in the slot, to find the holes. And one of the things I absolutely love that I saw him do today a lot of is when he catch the ball, he get up the field.
Yep.
Not a lot of dancing.
Wasted motion.
Not a lot of wasted motion. Perfect explanation. Man.
That is true.
When you look at that type of stuff, those are players that played at the next level. He played for Texas A&M and came out. He was a 4-star one time and 3-star transfer. But I think the pieces that we added, the pieces fit. But again, if I had to give out like a game ball for the game, my ball is gonna go to the offensive line, because I already know that without them doing what they did today, they absolutely dominated. Even with Isaiah Land being back, we didn't hear a name we didn't hear a lot of, which is your favorite name, so Gentle Hunt. So he was stifled.
And Gentle's nice. He was crossing all kind of happy last year.
Yeah, he left his gun at the house. Yeah, so he didn't get a chance to hunt today.
Hey, but I'm glad you mentioned one person. You mentioned one person that stood out, Shane Hooks. But I think we got to talk about. There's 3 guys who are most improved: Hooks, Zay Bolden, and Gaddy. Bolden, let's be honest. Bolden's I've never seen somebody improve so much as a cornerback. Like as a
I gotta stop you right there. Honestly, I gotta give you some pushback on Bolden and
while you thinking, I interviewed Isaiah Bolden. He said that he knew he was the best kick returner. He's not worried about that. But one thing he specifically said was he knows that he's a really good DB, and he was setting out to prove that. And for him to be as big as he is, he's a 6'1" cornerback. We were playing in the slot.
4-3 speed.
4-3 speed. So
long arms. Long arms.
And
very long.
The thing with Zay though was that it's not that he improved. I mean, Zay was injured quite a bit last
year. He improved too though.
So he was in the field. So but I would say between Zay and what was the other receiver you said?
No, he said Shane Hooks improved. He said
and I was gonna say Shane Hooks. Shane Hooks injured.
Well, he did. He had a nasty.
That's what I'm saying. So Shane Hooks, because when Shane Hooks was on the field, he was doing what he did today.
No, he wasn't doing this. He wasn't doing this. He wasn't doing this.
Well, I mean, he caught that.
Because he only caught 60 balls.
No,
that's a difference, though. It's just the way he.
I see where he's going though. Shane Hooks looked like the #1 receiver on the team. Like
he legit look like an NFL receiver right now. He legit like
for him to be on the Senior Bowl. Watch this. That was big for him. That was big for him. He was healthy when he wasn't. He didn't healthy toward the end of the season. I get what he's saying. I see. I just think no, he got better, bro. He got better. He did. He definitely got better. And we talked about that.
Yeah, Gaddy. Of course, Gaddy.
He got a lot stronger, and we saw a lot. I would say he polished his technique and his skill, and I think the offense helps too.
Oh yeah, it definitely.
And it also helps him have a good quarterback. So
But
Yeah,
he's a
man.
smart dude too. You know, that's the thing you don't notice about Hooks is how smart he is. Like he understands when to break. I mean, I was just kind of watching his leverage, and you know, even though they say, okay, that's offensive passing interference, possibly. Let's be real. The way he did it, if the way they had the angle on the referee couldn't tell. Like that's how you're supposed to do it in the NFL. In the NFL, they say if you're going to push, you push in a way where the referee cannot see you and you get caught. You know, he did everything
Yeah.
he's
I
supposed
actually
to do.
thought they got him on that one because the referee actually was right there. He helped towards the last minute, but Bowler was all over him. So
He was Bowler actually.
He pushed on to get a little separation.
That wasn't actually the last one too. That one incompletion, the last incompletion that Shador had was a Boulder, and him was going at it again. It was in fact, that should have been a penalty right there. That one incompletion that Shador had, that last one, where it really
That's a good call. Good call, BA. The big Aristotle needs to drop those bird shirts ASAP.
Hey, but you know what,
good.
guys? That's all I have for today, man. I'm really impressed with this team.
It, bro.
I think this team's gonna do some big things moving forward. I really think this is an undefeated team we're looking at right here, and a dominant one at that.
Hey, no doubt about it, bro. And I appreciate you.
All right, take care, my man.
Hey, you too. Hey, everybody, man. Hey, 345 still in the room rocking with us, man. Go make sure y'all like the stream. Get them likes up, man. Go ahead and subscribe to the page. Make sure you subscribe to Tiger Talk, the 1400 Club podcast. If y'all don't mind, go subscribe. Let me put that across the box. What I missed? What else we got? Savion was running hard today, man. Pardon my ignorance, but who was number 10 for us? Willie Gaines. He didn't have a name plate. That was Willie Gaines, Ryan. Kevin Cole and Willie Gaines are the future. They are. I agree, said. DB was holding and pushed off. The MVP of the game was yeah, man. I talked to Coach Mo after the game, man. I mean, that dude came in a short period of time already really he putting in some work for the strength and conditioning department, man. So I mean, we look like a team that was ready to play football, man. We'll take a few more, man. Like I said, some of the stuff I got for us from a football standpoint, save a little bit of that for the show. So you guys definitely tune in to Tiger Talk with the 1400 Club. We're going to do our did Sergeant Turley make the trip? I did not see him today. No, I did not see Turley today. The linebacker room is deep, man, especially with Baron Hobson starting. They did move Jeremiah Brown to defensive end, but you still have him in the linebacker role. They brought Michael Pleas. They brought Big Country. They brought Khalil, KJ Arrington, Jarente Davis, of course, Aubrey Miller, of course, Baron Hobson. So those were the linebackers that I pretty much saw all day. But when you look at the edge rushers, I mean, Tony O'Doyle, Mercier played D tackle, Julius Lewis played D tackle, Jeremiah Williams played today. I didn't even see Jelani Day. I mean, what's his name? I think it's Jelani Davis, transfer from Dodge City. So comments about the O-line. Okay, let's see. What comments about the O-line? I didn't miss them. In honor of this victory, I'm buying all Jack songs of dozens of Crystal Burgers, no cheese, from North State Street to Meadowbrook. They said, why didn't Tyson play? It looks like we only brought 4 running backs. Actually, we brought 5 if you include Caleb Jolivet. Tyson didn't make the travel squad. Like Coach Prime said today, I mean, like I said, you can go from first string to third string in the same practice. So maybe that transpired. I mean, JD, you had Tito started, you had JD being the backup, Savion being sort of like that third down back. I did see Desmond Moultrie today, 24. He didn't play. I saw Caleb Jolivet. He got in for a few snaps. So we brought 5 running backs from what I see. So Tyson got he got an uphill battle a little bit because his time is going to be earned from practice. He said I didn't grasp that, but our script was saying about the D line and O line. That was a strange analysis on pure domination. I didn't. You see, this is the thing. I'm gonna be real sad when I say this. I couldn't tell you what off script say or don't say because I don't ever pay attention to any of his shows. I don't watch it, and I told him that. Like I said, I wouldn't know it unless y'all told me about it because I just don't tune in. So I don't know what the do you know?
No.
What say that? I don't have a clue. Love to see you, brothers. Can't wait to see you, boys, man. Coming down to Houston. Oh yeah, man. Hey, yeah, man. Y'all go hit up Mr. Body, Andrew Body Daddy, man. Tell him when I win that $1,000 this year, we got a $1,000 bet on Offensive Player of the Year.
I got $500 bet.
On who? So my pick is Shador Sanders. I'm looking real good right now. But like I told him, I want my grand in all ones. So when we go to Celebration Bowl, every time I throw a stack of tens, I'm gonna say, nobody. I'm gonna take him to Matt now. I'm gonna give you some wings. The Lou Williams, whatever.
Magic City Special.
Magic City Special. You gonna go?
On Magic City.
I don't go to strip clubs, so I just want y'all to know I'm just going for the chicken wings.
Well, see, you go. That's the problem. You don't say you go to the strip club. You can say Shake Jump, or you can say I'm going to a nice little chicken wing establishment.
All I'm saying is, I want all of them to be straight too, man. I don't want no wrinkle ones. I want all my money in ones. I don't want no fives in there, Mr. Body, because Andrew looked real suspect. And like, but I'm gonna say it was his own line. I know the kid is a baller. He can play, but he didn't look too good yesterday. And for Shador only having 3 incompletions, said Blue has already won 100. Someone bet him that JSU would lose 5 games. Man, yeah, why y'all didn't tell me who was betting? Who wanted to donate some money? Man, look, I would have got in on that. I ain't no gambler, none of that. I don't take risks, man. I work too hard for my money. That was the easy bet. That was a sucker bet right there. He wanted to give the money away. Nobody, okay. See now, Diamond, I can't do that, man. Get them in $2 bills. No, I'm good. I'm good on that. But no, man, it was no. But anyway, man, I'm pretty much done for this evening. I want to just come on, man. It's getting a little late, and give my take, man. What we witnessed, and I'm looking forward to going back. A couple things I'm gonna mention, though. You can close it out. Like I said, Shador looked amazing today. We already touched on that. The O-line, like I said, they get the game ball. If we were giving out a coach's game ball today, I'm gonna get that to Brett Bartolone. And I say that because Brett Bartolone, I'm gonna go back to all this mess and crap we heard and everybody swooping down that, it's a lot that came with that. But I'm telling you, man, the play calling was phenomenal. It was phenomenal, man, and keeping you guessing, the way he used personnel. I couldn't. Terrible play callers though. We picked up on it pretty quickly. We can kind of see what they're gonna do. Man, I was battling. I was about as good as FAMU was on calling the plays. You know what I'm saying? FAMU didn't do so hot. So when I'm not now, I gotta watch the offense a little bit more. Maybe I can pick up on a few things, but the way he was able to, the formations, the motion that was, and personnel groups, all that was just impeccable, man. I really enjoyed watching that today. So shout out to Coach Bartolone. The kicking game. I am a fan of our kickers, man. The punter, Sam Johnson, man. That boy can kick, man. And all of his kicks they spiral, they go up. Got good hang time. Shout out to Alejandro Automata. Hey, you know what I'm saying? What's the matter? Hey, man. Hey, we got us a kicker, man. We got two kickers, man. 3 of them, actually. We got a place kicker, a field goal kicker, and a good punter. So, yeah, man.
And I encourage y'all to go watch Coach Prime video when he had so eloquently automata speaking all the Coach Prime lingo in Spanish. Man, do yourself a favor and watch
bro, that was amazing, man. Si, senor.
Go watch it, man.
So look, man, and listen, I'm gonna be scared. I ain't even been on Twitter like that today. I only tweeted. I didn't read. I haven't read like the timeline like that. I did a little bit of it, but I really wanted to just let everybody get their chance to go say what they got to say, and we're gonna take it 1 week at a time. But again, like I said, y'all be sure to go get your Tennessee State shirts before the game next Saturday, and and if you say it enough, you'll start to believe it yourself. So go ahead and start creating your narratives about what's to come. But I'm just telling you right now, man, this team is locked and loaded, man. It can be anybody next time. I love the way they played Quay, little baby Debo Samuel. You know what I mean? They gave him the ball in good spots. Now Gaddy balled out today. He balled out, man. And that's the thing that I know Zoe first, and then I really believe he's gonna be my dark horse defensive player of the year.
Hold that thought.
That's dark horse, but I got Auburn first.
Hold that thought.
Go ahead.
Isaiah Lane got 1 sack and 2 SWAC games against Jackson State. You know how many miles Gaddy got? 5.
Oh, Cameron Simmons, Craig, bro, is the real deal.
You know how many sacks he got against Randy?
I don't even know.
Yeah, 2.
They got more than that.
2.5.
They had sack today, man.
Yeah, 1 sack today. 1 sack last year and a half against in the game.
I actually had 2, but I'm gonna leave that alone because the stats are wrong.
Yeah, 2.5. But they still wanted to have more than Isaiah Lane.
The kids special, man. We got some really good talented kids, bro. And I think like I said, for the West Coast, shout out to them Cali kids, man. St. John Bosco's, Tavion Beasley get an interception today. You got Herman Smith, that's the pride of San Diego. I mean, I know we watched that segment. They talked about they're gonna air all Jack State games on the West Coast, and I'll be participating out on the West Coast with some of the. We got some events coming. It's gonna be pro HBCU or HBCU centric. Man, hey, HBCUs are hot on the West Coast right now. Alabama State playing UCLA next week. Alabama State gonna get shellacked by UCLA next week, just like we shellacked FAMU today. So if we keep whooping them like that, so we're gonna have to pay them too. Jack State gonna be a money game.
For sure. No. We're gonna revise it. We're gonna be there get money game.
A couple of different talking points, man. But like I said, I'll add meat to it on the show. But really good game, man. I love what I saw, man. It feels a whole lot better, man. So a lot of the things that I had question marks about, it showed itself to be addressed. So, and like I said, of course it has to be consistent each and every game, but I think we got the makings of a team that can be a different player step up. It can be a different player of the game every game this season, legitimately. So, but yeah, man, Travis Hunter, bro, first college game, extremely impressed with the young man, bro. And like I said, we haven't even seen him play. Had a chance. I sat right next to Kevin Coleman's family, and I expect to see him, do even more in the passing game. He had a decent passing game today, but I like that they using him as a kick return.
Yep.
Punt return. So yeah, man, a lot to take away, a lot to unpack, man. But just wanted to jump on, man. I'm done. I mean, like I said, I appreciate you guys, man, and as always, I still got the bros here rocking with us, man, and I'm gonna get off and be respectful to their time. They made the effort to come over here and kick it with your boy. And good seeing my brothers from high school, man. It's been a long time, dog. Man, bro, this Roll Park right here, bro. He was a catcher too. Dead serious. I'm just saying, man, it's all love, man. So we enjoyed doing this, and like I said, everybody that had a chance to come on, man, and come up to us. You know what, EA, I'm glad you popped back up. EA asked a question. I don't know if you addressed it before I go. You talked about Willie Simmons as coaching and play calling. He had you addressed it. interesting comment that he gave. They said this is worst coaching job. I have a question. I'm not going to answer that question, but I'm going to answer it with a question. My question is, how much of all the things that are transpiring with FAMU really affected Willie Simmons? I actually feel bad for him because, man, he having to do a lot. Now, that don't mean that he wouldn't have gotten dominated today. I think FAMU got out talented and just got outplayed today. He could have. I didn't really see a lot of calls that he could have made that would have affected the outcome as much as it did.
Yep.
So we always look for blame, and sometimes you just got to say, you know what, that team right there is just better than us.
Yep.
Because we didn't say nothing about he was the greatest coach on earth a week ago.
We can't say that.
Yeah, I'm just saying he was really good when y'all had y'all more loss, more victory. How that work? But anyway,
but before we go, I do gotta go on record one last time to say, you know, as the thunder, if the lightning striking the thunder roll, y'all do know that the rattle will sight again.
Well, hardcore, man. Utah State and Alabama. Like, hey, man, Utah State at FBS school and got beat to sleep by Alabama, man. Alabama the real deal this year.
So basically, we like Alabama and FAMU like Utah State.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
That's how it was, man. But no, it's week to week. Again, I'm bulletin board material. They said Tennessee State was gonna beat us to sleep next week, and that's what I'm holding in my head. So just know I'm gonna carry some of this snake venom that we was able to capture today, and I'm gonna share that next week. Whenever we go do, of course we got a lot of shows coming this week. We got Tiger Talk, and we have another preview show. We still got to do our recap. We didn't even recap the SWAC.
So basically, you got that snake venom. So you got to collect fire.
Yeah, man. Yeah, bro.
I like it.
Like I said, I'm impressed, man. I'm impressed with the coaching staff and the team, but it's just one game. It is just one game. We got to do it again and again and again and again, and you got to be 1-0 in order to get to 13-0. So one game at a time. Utter domination today. Utter domination, man. I like I said, one caller said it could have been 80-0. It really could have. It really could have. We really could have did FAMU like Florida Memorial, but Florida had a rough time. Florida Memorial, it is a Florida Memorial. They FMU. Wow. Florida Memorial University got an 86-0 beatdown by Southern. And
FMU, Florida, Michigan.
Hey man, which win was more impressive? Southern beating that high school team or Jack State beating the crap out of FAMU?
I can't give my answer without being biased, right? I mean, how many points were we away from 82?
Yeah, but as good as, like I said, as good as we played, we got to get the discipline. We got to clean up some things. Man. We had a stint where, like I said, it led to their points where it was penalty after penalty after penalty after penalty. Yep. And it just
gave them 3 points.
Yeah, we gave them 3 points. You know. But nevertheless, man, like I said, got a lot to build on. They were able to see it kind of come together. They look good today. I really like the blue and white retro look. Very clean. Yeah, man, no red. So I think we're the away team in the Southern Heritage Classic. So we might see them in white and blue. I don't know. Depends, man. You know, they got so many unions, they can do a different combo every week. So yep. I like what I'm seeing at Jackson State, man. We excited about it. Still got a long way to go. Shout out to the city of Jackson, man. It seems like we finally got our water back in the city, and hopefully we continue to address those issues, man. Before we get out of here, man, y'all got anything else? I'm about done. No doubt we got kicked to sleep. Yeah, man, y'all shake back. The cool thing about it is that if you guys, well, I don't know about it at this point. I guess we still got to round to the playoffs. They can win out, possibly 9-2 again. Fam, you can do no from what we saw in the conference. Fam, you still can win out and finish in second place. They could.
Can we? I mean, it's a theory to say they can.
It's gonna be an uphill battle, man.
I look at it like more like a realistic brand. Is it highly likely? No. Is it probable? No. Let me tell you why. You giving up 5 touchdowns, 500 yards, and 50 points a game? No.
I mean, but when you start the season out with 2 FBS schools, man, what you expect?
Hey man, they got. Hey, hold on, but don't. I thought the talent match we got.
Nobody match. Only talent match. Again, man, we a mid-major. We built like a mid-major team. Go look at our skill position and look and compare it to some of these other programs that. And I'm telling you, it's wise that USM won't play because we would beat them. I absolutely believe that. And a lot of other these FCS schools. I really wish we had ULM on the schedule this year. I do. Who's inviting them to the playoffs after this blowout? I mean, depends on what they do in the rest of the game.
Yeah.
Appreciate y'all, bro. The Southern got the biggest receivers I have ever seen. The biggest receivers.
No, they don't.
Okay, strong to be at JSU got a decent G5 team right now. We definitely got a group of 5 team, man. We'll be respectable in the Sun Belt, in my opinion. Somebody gonna say it's hyperbole. Somebody will throw the North Dakota State matchup out there again and say we ducking them. No, we just want to do like North Dakota State, stay in our own lane and beat up on y'all and just keep collecting championships. Because that's all they do. They won't go up to the big boys. Y'all don't ever go to them and be like, why y'all don't do this and why y'all don't do that. Y'all come out to us for that. But we're going to Memphis. I won't be in Memphis next weekend. I got some business to tend to in Cali. We got an event to attend to. But I will be home in 2 weeks. Again, before I get off, man, we got a big tailgate, 1400 Club tailgate. Yeah. So if you're gonna be in Jackson for the first home game, you're gonna see the big sign. It's gonna have the 1400 Club on there. Feel free to stop by. I mean, we probably gonna do a live show from the, I don't know, depends on the microphone situation. We got to get some noise cancellation mics, and we'll have a whole different setup by then. But we plan on doing a lot of stuff that weekend. So if you're in the city, man, come see us. Great dialogue tonight, gentlemen. Appreciate it. Appreciate you, bro. I honestly think JSU will dominate Conference USA next year, as most guys are. Hey, somebody said JSU 42-10. See, now y'all starting to wake up a little bit. I like the way y'all talking now.
They go cool, man.
How do you join the 1400 Club? Go to the website, www.the1400club.com, and it's right there. And feel free to if you follow either myself or Zoe on IG or Twitter, or just feel free to inbox. I walk you through it. There's a little process, but monetary donation that we annual membership fee. Typical affinity group stuff, man. So we doing some big things. Got more to come. Eyes sitting low, fella. Yeah, man, it's getting late, man. Getting ready to shut it down. So just wanted to give y'all the last few words because of y'all dominance. Do you think it can work against you? And fans won't show up because they know you will win. Hey, man, let me say something about that real quick. That's bull jump. Fans that's not bought in, that don't want to be at a game, they'll find any reason to not come to the game. I think we gotta change the narrative on how we do things, bro. As a people in general, like that can take place, but if we keep moving in the space that we're doing, I think we're gonna be fine. We only got 4 home games this season, so I don't think I don't know, man. I mean, it depends on the person. If people don't want to come to the game, they won't come to the game. But we just started really winning. We just started getting back to dominance. So hopefully people won't, throw the towel in too quick. Try to get to that. Money isn't the issue. Just love what y'all doing. No, it ain't. It ain't. They have a privately paid or indoor practice field in Fargo that costs $50 million. North Dakota State playing P5 and FCS. They are, and their endowment just went over $70 million. but yet people want to throw North Dakota State out there as if it's apples to apples. Our money ain't even close to what they do. That's why I told y'all if we play them, we only playing them in the vet if it's up to me. If I'm the AD, I'm gonna tell you that you either can come to Jackson and play us, or you can get the hell out of my phone.
Mm-hmm.
Period. I'm not coming to Fargo. Why are we going out there? We're not going to no damn Fargo, North Dakota. Let them come out here. Y'all got the money. You come on out here. And then when we do play again, it's gonna be $40. I'm gonna pay for parking. Like 60, bro.
Yeah.
$60 a park at the stadium today. That wasn't if you pay in advance, I think it was $40. So here's what I'm saying. It's gonna be $40 parking in Jackson. Because if y'all asking for that game, I'm gonna charge you $100 a ticket. And reserve seat gonna be $150. If people say, well, why would you do that? Well, why y'all getting on the internet keep talking about playing North Dakota State? So we're gonna try to make $10 million off that game. All because y'all. That's how this works, man. Supply and demand dictate terms. You take something that ain't worth a whole lot, but if you get enough people asking for it with limited supply, then it's gonna jack the price up. That's the way it works. For those that don't understand sales and leverage, we got something special over here, man. Like I said, we doing what we've been doing. And we come to the space and we appreciate y'all, man. We had over 400 people in here at one time because people wanted to, people interested in what we got to say and the love we appreciate. You know what I mean? It ain't no different. It's just a bunch of cats from Jackson. And it's our time, man. We from Jackson, Mississippi, bro. We come from the poorest state. Let them tell it. The poorest state in the union.
Yep.
We feel like we the most slept on, disrespected, forgotten. Like, bro, y'all gotta understand it's different when it comes to Jackson. I tell people, man, you can't keep speaking on the city like that, like you know how it goes. Jackson, all the great stuff that you got so many great folks that come from Jackson and come from Mississippi, man, that go other places and do great things. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't live in the city no more, but Jackson always gonna be home. My family there, my daughter there, my mama, dad, brother, sister, cousin, everybody. And at the end of the day, I just feel like I know I've seen it happen too many times. I've seen when we're given an opportunity, bro, we excel. That goes for I don't care what industry it is, it's in it, bro. So at the end of the day, we're gonna keep doing what we do. So just understand, bro, that don't think that we're gonna slow down because people don't like what we see taking place right now. That's your problem. Like it's saying that how you feel about me ain't none of my business. That's between you and you. You go figure that out. So it's our time right now, man. And it's just like that. Deion Sanders said when he got in press conference, he said, God brought me to Jackson. That's what he said. And the man making an impact. I'm talking about for real, for real. And I'm seeing people I saw people in the crowd today, bro, that's from Jackson that I'm like, man, I know these folk right here. And to see those type of people get ignited to get the urge to get up, go spend money, buy a plane ticket, go book a hotel, and follow the team. Now, I know it's Miami, but we've seen a lot of people be re-energized through this Jackson State thing, man. So we appreciate it, man. So we gonna enjoy it. Cause boy, it was bad these last 7 years, man. It got bad for us, man. And we were still sitting there doing what we do. And
Wayne, what up, baby?
He can get out of it. Man, AD Robinson is a godsend, bro. But that's another Jacksonian, man. That's a Jacksonian, man. Yeah, I'm telling you, he understands. This is our time, man. You gotta strike when it's your time. You gotta capitalize on it. We'll never get this opportunity ever in life again. I don't think this is Deion Sanders coming to Jack State is I still ain't over. It's crazy to me, bro. Deion Sanders is our head football coach. In Jackson State, the HBCU signed the #1 player in the nation. And most people act like it's just normal. We saw a monkey fly the plane, bro. Somebody said, "What the hell is Ken talking about?" If you saw a monkey flying a plane, you'll never forget that. Every time you be like, "Bro, but I saw a monkey flying a plane, bro." Like dead serious. So I'm saying we seeing things take place right now that we never would have dreamed of. Even when we had that show on Tiger Talk in 2019, before Coach Prime got to Jackson State, talking about players returning home and coming to HBCUs. And now we're seeing just a handful of those kids. And we're seeing players that we're building relationships with that's proud to wear that Jackson State uniform, that's excited about what they see taking place at 1400 Jalen and want to be a part of this thing. Seeing players that committed to other places decommit, and now they tweeting Jackson State because they had the offer and we was in the top 5.
Tell you what else I saw too.
What that?
I saw a pink school in Huntsville.
Done on that. Hey man, we finna get off this thing, but so I gotta get him to the airport in the morning, bro. So appreciate y'all, man. We'll be back on Tiger Talk tomorrow. But Corey will drop the show probably by the end of the night. And then I'll let y'all know when we come back to y'all, man. And we'll go from there, bro. Appreciate y'all, man. Make sure you leave any comments on this show, man. We'll see it and we'll read them. And like I said, we appreciate y'all. Y'all see the cash out. Y'all want to, help Zoe get that parking money they spent today. Cash out my boy 60. Hey, who that? The Dre. Hey man, put something in the pot, dog. But no, man, we appreciate y'all, man. As always, bro. Definitely. Safe travels, man. Hey, I'll be heading back to the West Coast, man, and was that on Tuesday? So yeah, bro. We'll be back in front of y'all soon, man.
Yeah, love. Go Tigers.
Go Tigers, man. Appreciate y'all. All right, man. Now I'm gonna go to Twitter and see what everybody had to say. I'm gonna retweet and troll some more. Good night.